Hi, I'm Saren.
And I'm Ray.
We're your Spider Baby hosts from To Know Her Is to Fear Her, a Spider-Woman podcast, as well as proud members of the collective.
You're listening to Capes and Lunatics. Gimme, gimme.
Hi, this is Phil, and I'm here to tell you all about the Capes and Lunatics Patreon. Don't miss out on our comic book creator interviews, including our monthly Chichester chats with comic book legend D.G. Chichester, superhero movie brackets in our search for the worst comic book movie of all time, and many, many more specials, all completely uncensored. Access starts for $3 a month, full video when you pledge $5 a month. Check out the link in our show notes or go to patreon.com/capesandlunatics. Hope to see you there.
This is Luca Perich, and you're listening to the Capes and Lunatics podcast.
This is D.G. Chichester, and you're listening to the Capes and Lunatics podcast.
Who's that guy?
Find out on Chichester Chats.
Every month. Should get a Rob Southgate one. All right, kids, welcome back to another week of the Capes and Lunatics Miss Marvel edition. I am Phil. Joining me, as always, that other hero of New Jersey, it is
Charlie, the Professor Essa.
And that supervillain of Florida, it is
Hey, I resemble that comment. Lil Hellfire. Lil, let me get a ride on your alligator back. Hellfire.
you and your Armadillo legions.
And we just missed Little Hellfire Day.
Yes.
Hopefully you left your liquor out on your porch for a Florida woman. Otherwise, bad things could happen.
That's right. Today is June 10th. Yesterday was June 9th. Get it, kids? 6/9.
Either do the 6 or do the 9.
I thought you always said doing both.
Either do the 6 there you go. You do listen, Philip.
All right, real quick before we get to Miss Marvel, well, Ezra Miller.
They're at it again!
Ezra Miller's up to their crap again, yes.
Do we have to talk about Ezra Miller? I mean, we can.
What's it gonna take? What's it gonna take DC to say?
Is he just,
no?
are they just daring Warner's to be like, yeah, fire me, bro?
Come
Does he really want out of this contract? I mean, to me, this seems like one of those. I've got a wacky idea to get out of this contract.
What is he, George Costanza, trying to get fired?
Yeah, I mean,
they're gonna be in a nude bodysuit next time.
Hey, bodysuit man!
Taking across Wrigley's Field.
Babe Ruth was an old man. He wasn't even assaulted.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's the thing. You try to get fired, and it's not working for them. So,
Where's he think he works for, Marvel?
Marvel would not tolerate this.
Exactly. That's my point. He's like, yep, first sign of trouble. You're out of there.
They vet people.
The old James Gunn. You're out of there.
They vet people. And they
They do.
Well, they've made a few mistakes, but that's neither here nor there.
Yeah,
we all do, you know.
Yeah.
Mistakes happen.
Nobody's perfect, not even the mouse.
Yes.
Come on.
Nobody's nervous.
Come on, Lil. If you hire actors, you're going to get some eccentric people. Come on.
That's true. But yeah, I just wonder what it's going to take. The rumor is Dylan O'Brien. I don't believe Dylan O'Brien would work with Warner's in a million years. He worked with MTV. He knows better. Hopefully his agent knows better.
Well, so, I mean, what are they going to do with Dylan O'Brien?
Digitally replace Ezra. Somebody's going to have to, they're going to have to digitally replace Ezra at this point. And they're going to get the same person that did Kevin Spacey in when the World Is Not Enough, or whatever that movie was.
Yeah.
That is going to be the thing.
I just say they take all of the footage of the Flash that we have from the current TV show and just splice it all in. You know, so
Seriously, Lil, they got 8 seasons of footage right now.
yeah, just stick it in there, just cut and paste. You know,
Greg Berlanti would love that.
I mean, literally, you can just take him right out, put him.
I mean,
they've mastered that technology, man.
I mean, you need a fill-in, yeah. If you need a fill-in for somebody to run, I'm sure Grant Gustin will do it. He's had 8 years of practice.
And it's still wonky. But whatever, that run of his is still wonky, but I'm not going to go there. You know, that's not what we're here to talk about.
I've seen
I just want to know what it's going to take for Warner's to release Ezra from their contract.
Yeah, I mean...
Are they going to have to murder somebody? Because I feel like that might be up next.
assume there's some kind of morals clause in the thing.
At Warner's, no, sir. They hired Ben Affleck. No, sir.
Oh!
If you know, you know. It's an open secret. Google is free.
Well, yeah.
Google is free.
I don't.
Oh yes, bring back John Wesley Shipp. I am so down for that. I mean, as much as I love Michael Keaton, he was sitting right there.
Hey, if you're bringing back Michael Keaton, why not do John Wesley Shipp at the same time?
That actually,
oh, look, it's the power of chat.
Oh.
Yeah.
8 years of filler is indeed a lot of practice.
I'm just saying,
Right.
you just digitally insert. You've got all these flashes to choose from.
Hey, all I gotta say
Flashes of many worlds.
All I gotta say is Grant Gustin's been Flash for 8 years. You have not seen one negative headline about him. The only time you ever hear about him is when he's getting married or,
Having a baby.
Yeah, something, yeah.
Well, how often has he done that?
Once and once.
One and one, respectively.
Okay.
Like that's what I'm saying. 99% of the time, you don't even hear the guy's name anywhere. Yeah, nothing negative. Nothing negative.
Well, and that, for what it's worth, that's probably why Flash has been on so long. She's like, hey, this is a paying gig.
Well,
it's a nice 9 to 5.
It's the CW. I mean,
Although I guess
literally short of murdering someone and getting like a 1.
Lilith.
Like a 1 viewer in the ratings. You could use generally before this selling of the CW, you could usually get a second.
Hey, Lilith, those
no, but my point is that, he, as an actor, he's like, no, I'm happy to do this. I'll do this for another 8 seasons if you want. What the heck, I got a kid who's ready for college in a few years, so.
Hey, and I'm sure those first 6 years, Grant Gustin he's like, I just have to stay I have to stay quieter than Stephen Amell, and I'm fine.
Yeah, that's all you needed.
And again, he's the star of one of the most used memes of the last couple years.
Exactly. That's what it's about, baby. It's about followers and memeability. That is the world we're living in 2022, my friends.
I don't know the memes.
Oh, we need some memes.
It's okay. It means you are not under CIA mind control. If you know, you know. I'm not going to start the conspiracy theory. Miss Marvel. I have lots of thoughts about Miss Marvel. That's what we came here to talk about. But I just want to know, what are your thoughts, kids? What's it going to take for Warner Brothers to finally say, enough is enough, Ezra?
CapesandLunatics@gmail.com.
Lock them up.
And don't get Lil started on how birds aren't real. All right, let's get to Miss Marvel.
Or eels.
Yeah.
Or pandas.
Sexual harassment.
I will say this: eels are real. I've eaten them. We just have.
Have
no
you
idea.
though? Or is that just what they told you it was?
Oh no! I grabbed it right out of the ocean.
Okay, Kramer.
You eat it fresh. It's great.
What? Right out of the?
No.
Wait.
Red Bull.
Wait, right off the Jersey. What? Wait, right off the Jersey Shore?
Yeah, I mean.
I don't think that was an eel. I think that was a used condom if it was in Jersey.
Oh!
Oh goodness. Anyway.
Hey, you've seen the Jersey Shore with Snooki and them. You know.
That should be flushed.
None of them are from Jersey.
I know, that's the crime.
New Yorkers coming in, giving us
cosplaying as down to earth friendly Jerseyans. I know the nerve.
Hey, Lil, Snooki when a smush smush.
That is a South Park reference.
Mm-hmm.
You got cabbage in your mouth.
Cow. Okay, yes. So speaking of Jersey, yes, Miss Marvel premiered this week, the first episode. So.
Yay!
I like that they cast it very authentic. That's my favorite thing about this.
Yes.
And she actually seems like a fan, like she knew some of the lore beforehand, which is pretty refreshing.
Kamala is an actual fangirl. Maybe the actress should be.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
See, that's the thought Disney puts in that Warner's does not.
Yeah, because you want someone that, and here's the thing. This is what they learned from Roger Corman's Fantastic Four film.
Here we go.
If you get fans, they will make work cheap and as good as they can for you on however little of a budget you give them. Because people just they really wanted to do right by the Fantastic Four. Everyone that was involved in that was a fan of the FF, and that's why, as bad as it is, it's not as bad as it could have been.
Yeah, looking at you, baby, fantastic, four-tastic skins.
Oh, no, that's just... No.
See, that's the example that it could have gone worse, because it did.
Yes, it did, yeah. Because they weren't fans, They were probably DC fans or something. I don't know what they were. Yeah, I said it.
Josh Trank had a vision.
Just a friendly reminder to everybody listening to this podcast. Luke's hands are rated E. That's E for everyone. Everybody can catch these hands. I'm a toxic DC fan, and I will die on the smallest hill. I really will.
No, but moving on. Actually, here's what I'm going to say. I actually have real criticisms of this project. First off, why do young people have to talk so fast? And why do they have to be so mean to the dad? He's such a nice guy.
So far.
No, he's, yeah, I mean, you know.
You're kind of biased, Charlie, so.
Yeah, I know. Well, although I will say that to me, and I've been like, because, you know, this is a spoiler podcast, kids, so you've been warned.
You had 4 hours!
What? It came out Wednesday, come on!
I have been wanting to make this point, because this, to me, is the most exciting thing about Ms. Marvel. It tells us when She-Hulk happens. Because it's after Ms. Marvel, because otherwise, the Big Hulk, Little Hulk would have made more sense. Because then there is a Little Hulk. And she's even a She-Hulk. So at that point, the entire thing makes sense.
Get out the whiteboard, kids. Get out your strings!
My big hope is that there's going to be a scene in She-Hulk where you cut back to Kamala Khan and says, "Okay, Dad, there is a Little Hulk."
I believe they said.
I
believe I saw somewhere they said that, you know, I think the last couple are taking place in the order they came out, like Hawkeye, Moon Knight, and now Ms. Marvel. So
yeah,
maybe She-Hulk will follow.
Sense.
Yeah.
You know, but I really, I like the story. I'm a big Ms. Marvel fan. You know, I mean that whole, you know, MTV kind of fast cutty thing that the kids do these days. It's a little hard for me as an old man, but I could appreciate it, and I enjoyed it. And I like the dynamic between Bruno and Kamala. I think that's great. I'm blanking on her name. The teenage girl, the pretty one, the mean girl, but who doesn't really seem that mean, you know?
Well, do they ever?
Well, you know, I don't know. Lilith's staring at me like I'm somehow gone mad. I don't know.
It's an episode of Capes and Lunatics.
I know the hip language the kids use these days. No, I enjoyed it. You know, I enjoyed what they did. Like I said, I don't like them being mean to the dad. And to be fair, Kamala really felt bad too, because she's like, you know, and it was just sort of like a whole. How can you be this mad at your dad who wants to freaking cosplay with you at Avengers Con, will drive you there and will be a Hulk with you and will have fun with you at the event.
I think she just feels safer taking it out on the dad, because right now her and the mother have issues because the mother is way overprotective. Yeah, and I do think that is interesting, and there are some interesting changes. Actually, I would say very dramatic changes from what we see in the comic to what we see here. Most notably, the very religious brother is actually like a far more progressive version of Islam that he practices. He prays every day, but he doesn't wear the hat, and he's not wearing the robes. You know, he's actually just wearing a suit jacket. In a more modern dress, as I'm sure many imams, many places in Jersey City do dress. I wonder if that's going to be the point of the mother's point, where it's like, you know what, I let your brother make some of his own choices, and look, you know, he turned his back on a lot of our tradition. You know, that's, you know, I wonder if that's going to be like her.
He's clearly the most religious of all of them. Even his father tells him, "Quit praying so much; you're going to starve to death."
Yeah, I mean, I like the story so far, but it seems kind of slow. But I think that's because they're taking a lot of time, like world building, you know, for the people who don't read the comics. I know. Hey, 13. I felt Moon Knight episode 1 was kind of slow. So, and I thought it revved up. So it's like, yeah, I just think it's a lot of world building for people who aren't familiar with the comics and stuff. But
well, I'm guessing you guys are younger than me, so that's why. Like I said, I felt this was like It's like, oh, it's going so fast. You know, the whole.
I mean, I get that. I get that part,
I grew
but
up watching a lot of Michael Bay films and J.J. Abrams, so I'm used to the explosions, the fast moving scenes, and lens flares, so it didn't bother me at all.
Yeah, I mean, that's one of the things I've heard, and that's why I feel it's like, yeah, they are going for a younger audience. I mean, probably even younger than Lilith. Yeah,
rom-com, absolutely.
Yeah,
that's the Disney shirt. Yeah. This feels like we've been buried in place on after That's So Raven or something,
Yeah, but with a better budget, better lighting. It's more in more natural settings.
Hey, another strategy in the Mouse's plan. It's like, unlike Warner's and DC, who's like everything has to be dark and rated R or like a hard PG-13. It's like, no, they try to create stuff for everybody.
Yeah, well, you gotta,
Yeah.
Yeah, you can have your.
Well, I mean, they're definitely not trying to make Euphoria. That's for sure.
Yeah, no.
Why would they? Other people already made Euphoria. You don't make the same film someone else made. That would be silly.
Kazam would like to have a word with you.
Oh.
That's a Mandela effect joke. Yeah. Only Charlie probably got that.
Lilith, first off, only one of those exists in each universe. There's no universe where they made both a Shazam and a Kazam.
It is. That's it's the worst timeline.
I have to remind myself a lot of the times that it's not the Mandela effect that Rob Southgate's in Jingle All the Way.
Why did your eye drift over to my box?
Are you sure it wasn't the Santa Claus?
No, Schwarzenegger, not Tim Allen.
All white guys look alike to me.
Especially if they're 21 to 30, huh, Love Hellfire?
That's why I grew with the mustache, so she won't get confused.
Oh, true.
Yes, yeah, we had a whole talk about it off scene. Phil, you weren't privy.
Yeah, I'm Phil. Okay. That's why we have our names on our screen, kids.
Yes, the name tags.
Yeah, but
hi, my name's Lilith Hellfire. I'm addicted to comics. My account won't stop yelling at me.
Her account and some dog sitting on a couch behind her. So Lilith, okay, Lil, thoughts on this show? Because again,
I'm definitely not the demographic, and that's okay. I really felt like the representation and the casting was very spot on.
Oh yeah.
I enjoyed it for what it was, but I'm not the biggest Miss Marvel fan. But I'm just glad that brown girls have some representation. That is very important to me, and she just seems so happy to be this character, and it just kind of oozes through the screen, and it's just refreshing to see. That's all. And the most important lesson: do not drop your bike in New Jersey.
Yeah. Okay. No. This gets me mad. This gets me mad. No one in this show ever locked up their bikes, because every time they parked, I'm watching, like, wait, why didn't they lock up their bike? Why aren't they locking up their bikes? And then I thought, okay, maybe this is, it's Disney Jersey City. You don't have to lock up your bike, But then they even make a point of like, oh, I think my bike will be there. He says in Jersey City. It's like, you've been leaving your bikes unattended this whole time. Now, granted, they were in a bike rack, and maybe there's a sacred rule that you don't take a bike from a bike rack. That is like the one unbreakable rule in Jersey City. But I gotta feel that that's no different than a bike that's left out, Even when they go, well, I mean, okay, yes, they went to a military base, so yeah, I guess you can say it's a military base. Who's gonna steal it? But it's a military base with a bunch of crazy cosplayers coming in and out. You're gonna tell me there's no supervillain cosplayers in there? You're gonna tell me there's not some? Oh, there are some for sure. If you know, you know. They're probably dressed like they're probably a dude dressed like a My Little Pony character. Just saying. Yeah. Well, here's what I gotta tell you. Didn't see it, but might have been a John Walker in there. I think it's a Captain America cosplay. It's nope.
So wait a second. All right, not to steer too far off topic, did Disney just drop confirmation just out of nowhere this week? It's like, oh hey, yeah, we're doing a Thunderbolts movie. Boom.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the movie that didn't exist that they denied all of a sudden has a director.
All of a sudden, they just mentioned the director like it. They've been talking about it for months now. It's like, oh yeah, hey, that Thunderbolts movie's got a director. It's like, wait, what? What Thunderbolts movie?
Oh, I think they announced it 20 years ago.
Oh,
it's coming up, Phil.
Thoroughly enjoyed Miss Marvel. Fun, colorful, and Villani surprised me. She was quite affable. Chalk and cheese,
she had
huh?
me from the trailer though. Like she nailed it from the trailer that they showed.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say.
worried about that.
I was gonna say any little nitpicks I have is about the writing. Oh no, the casting was spot on, especially her.
You
Yeah.
just have to remember what genre it is.
Yes.
Not every genre is for every.
Oh yeah, no. I've totally outgrown that genre, but it's still very charming. Yeah, no, I had no major problem with it. I was just like, yeah, it's not aimed at me. So, yeah.
And you know what is actually kind of cool is it does look like her limbs are stretching in it. Like, it's not just a hard light construct. It really, you see her hand underneath it moving when she catches.
Yeah.
Why can I not remember her name? You know, the girl who actually wears the original Ms. Marvel costume. Even though they say it's not accurate. It's like, well, technically, that's actually very comic accurate to the original Ms. Marvel. But, you know.
Yeah, poser, shut your filthy mouth.
Yeah, but that's not the Ms. Marvel that was in this universe. So it's like, you know, it's a Mandela effect thing. It's like, what? You don't remember what Ms. Marvel?
I agree. Bruno is low-key the best character. I don't want to be that person, but Bruno's low-key the best character. I am a sucker for the sidekick friend. I am just a sucker for it, so.
Yeah, I mean, oh, Bruno, we love you.
Yeah, no, he was good.
We'll talk about this, Bruno.
Yeah. Well, you know, and that's the thing, is the dynamic of Bruno, and I know they're going to do this again, where it's like, he's like the platonic best friend, but he's like,
he's the himbo.
Maybe I don't want to be that. Well, no, we're going to get a himbo.
He's going to be the man in the chair, I'm telling you.
She even mentioned it when she, like, sees a picture of, like, someone she knows back in Pakistan, you know, and that's going to be the Crimson Blade or something like that, I forget his name, but he's coming too. He's in here. That's been confirmed, and you know, so I'm hoping that maybe Bruno doesn't go down a dark turn in this, but he has in some stories, so we don't know where that's going to go. I do think we actually see Bruno's girlfriend in the first one. I'm trying to remember her name. I think it was they called her Mike, but you know, it was the heavyset girl with pink hair. They just flash on her, but I think, oh, was that Bruno's future girlfriend? Because there's a whole arc where, you know,
Red Dagger, Crimson Blade. That's funny.
I don't know, but anyway, this is what I'm saying. It's just Red Dagger is anyway, but and I wonder if that's going to be... I mean, I don't know if they're going to have time to explore that dynamic. I don't know if that was intentional or I'm just seeing things that aren't there yet, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, it's interesting to me what we're going to do next. I definitely think that, you know, Bruno's, you know, garage technology is going to come in... It's going to be important in all this.
Having Steve Jobs of him.
Yeah, well, no, except he's like, you know, he's a real poor kid who doesn't have money. He's dumpster diving. He's dumpster diving for, you know, broken electronics that he then fixes, which is, you know, your just like Peter Parker used to do. Remember?
We remember. They don't
to make his little inventions, and you know, I think that's going to be, you know, that's going to come into it. Now, if I recall correctly, like the original arc where she fights Edison, and there is a cockatoo in this first film, first movie or first episode, and that was because it was the clone of Thomas Edison that got cockatoo DNA mixed with it, so he's Thomas Edison with a cockatoo head. That's her original arch nemesis. But he, you know,
smoked a doobie.
Read the books, people.
Kamala Khan's not Miss Marvel. I've only read a couple of them.
That's fine.
So.
She's at Danvers Corps.
Yeah. No, this is you know. Like I said, to me, she is one of the best characters in the Marvel universe right now. I really feel that, and I'm really glad to see this interpretation of her growth in this character. I'm excited to see where they go with her. I'm
just waiting to see what they do with that bracelet. Is it going to be like mystical? Is it going to be some kind of alien tech?
Hopefully
it doesn't get too similar to Shang-Chi's 10 Rings. You know.
Well, what's interesting about it, and this is the most interesting thing, is there's only one of them.
Yeah.
Which means it is neither the Naga bands or the Quantum bands.
No.
Even though she does say hard light constructs, it is definitely a very different thing from either of those. So both of those are still out there.
Mm-hmm.
I actually think there's something that actually alters her molecular structure. Allows, and I think it probably has to do with ambient light. So, like when she creates those light constructs, it's actually the light around her that's being hardened into it. Because you'll notice that when she first starts manifesting it, it's when all the flash bulbs start going off.
Yeah.
And so I do think that's a big part of it. I think being on the stage lights, that's a part of it. So it's interesting to see what they're going to do with that. I really think they intentionally made it something new and something different, so that there can still be
all
Negabands.
You all different, Miss Marvel?
Yes, exactly.
No,
and that's the idea.
Okay, I'm going out on a high note. Good night, everybody.
Okay, George. Okay. No, I was gonna say, again, yeah, they're getting closer to Young Avengers too, and it's cute. They asked the actress, they're like, who would her bestie be on, out of these Young Avengers, that we've seen so far? She's like, oh, I think, what was it, Kate Bishop, I think her and Kate Bishop would be like best friends.
Clearly.
Yeah, well, of course,
So.
She's going to be best friends with Gwenpool.
We don't talk
Make
about
it happen,
Gwenpool
Disney.
anymore.
We're gonna have the bright, cheery,
He doesn't know.
we're gonna have the bright, cheery, kid team, and we're gonna have the effers on the dark effers on the Thunderbolts.
Well, here's the thing. I still want Patsy Walker on the Thunderbolts.
Could do it.
And people, they could. That's the thing.
They have it.
I think Abomination is a real possibility for the Thunderbolts. I think Zemo is that, because they were saying they've been contacting the people that would be needed for the Thunderbolts, but I don't think Yelena is going to be one of them. I think Yelena is going to be in the Young Avengers, because even though Yelena worked with Val, she's a free contractor. She's an independent agent, or she's not under any obligation.
Or she's going to start there, and she's going to be the one to say, "What the hell are we doing?"
Or she'll be the mole in it.
Yes.
But you know who would be good for the Thunderbolts?
Okay, who?
Ghost, who we haven't seen in a while. Remember her?
Mm-hmm.
And there's a few people we could get in here. I would love to see Black Ant.
I was like, wait,
this,
Ghost? Are we talking Game of Thrones or?
No. Remember from the Ant-Man and the Wasp movie?
Oh yeah, I mean barely.
Elias Starr's daughter, which is kind of cool. So yeah, I mean, there's a lot of interesting characters out there to be brought in. I like the fact that they've already committed to having Kamala in the Marvels, which actually suggests that they really want everyone in the TV stuff to know you can be in the movies too. We're going to have movie people coming to TV, people going to the movies. This is just...
That's been a precedent since S.H.I.E.L.D., so... Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yeah.
So.
Which will be back.
Oh, my sweet little summer child. I love you so much,
Look,
optimism. No, I wish I had Charlie's optimism. I do.
You know what? Here's what I'll say. It might not be exactly what they did at the end of, the...
Don't leave us in suspense. Tell us a story, Papa.
What? Okay. Are we back?
Yes.
Does it need to be unplugged?
Yank it like you're...
Okay. So, yeah.
Starting a mower.
Hang your leg
I
out.
went to sleep for a minute. Oh, they're frozen. Or I'm frozen.
No.
And we're back. Okay. No, I was frozen to them, and they're frozen to me, so... No, now they're frozen again.
No.
See? It wasn't just me. I'm telling you. StreamYard.
Jersey Wi-Fi.
Oh.
I don't have Jersey
Okay.
Wi-Fi.
I don't know. Can you two see each other, or...
Yeah, we're
You
nice.
see me?
I can see
I see
you.
you.
Yeah.
Okay, you guys are fine.
We can see each other.
Okay,
We can hear you.
You can hear me.
Yeah.
Okay, because you guys keep on freezing
Now
on my end, and I don't know if it's my Wi-Fi getting buggy or what.
It must be because we're chatting up a storm here.
Okay. I think the Wi-Fi needed to reset. I think it's back.
Hey, do me a favor, Phil.
Huh.
Can you make Luca watch Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers and tell me what he thinks?
I'll try. Auntie Lilith has homework for you.
You know,
I don't know if he'll
really
get it
watched
though if
that
he never
yet.
saw the original. But I just want to see if it's just a straight up nostalgia trip. I think it is.
Okay.
I don't think that's for anybody else.
Yeah, he never saw the original. I don't think so. Yeah.
Apparently, Tristan's downloading some upgrades to Pavlov. So
Ah.
yeah, that could be it. You know, this kid in his VR.
Time for him to get a summer job for his own Wi-Fi, like I had to do.
He can't. He wants one. That's the thing. He would love a summer job, but you can't in New Jersey.
Mow some lawns.
You could in Michigan. We don't have
There's no lawns in Jersey.
There's not like a 6x6 patch of
I mean,
grass
unless
somewhere.
you live in Orange.
There's not some 6x6 patch of grass somewhere.
I don't think he lives in Orange, so.
I don't know the rules. If you still need to get working papers for it, though. Anyway, when we go to Michigan this summer, he wants to know if you could get a part-time job for 3 days.
You know anybody that has an ice cream truck?
Lemonade stand.
You can't drive an ice cream truck. Anyway.
You were still downloading, so I assumed you were okay.
So weird. Yes. Okay, did you turn off your headset for a minute? Oh.
Not right now. Not without supervision.
So anyway. So where were we?
So yes, I'm excited to see where Miss Marvel's going. There he is.
Yeah, I am excited to see where Ms. Marvel's going. I don't know where it's going to go. I'll know a little more next Wednesday because we're actually going to have, because we've got her powers. And you know what I like about her powers in this? Is she seems to have full access to her powers. Even just at the start of it. It's like the first bit is like, oh, shocking, I have powers. But after that, it's like she can use them. And I like that we're not going to have a how do I use my powers?
A training montage. Yes, those are so passe.
And do you think maybe she's going to be a legacy character? Because wasn't that in the grandmother stuff? So is the grandmother going to be like maybe a superhero back in the day or something? Or
well, that's a question. I mean, that's the real question because the mother is like I know what.
Oh no, another woman that met Steve Rogers. Oh no.
Oh no.
Well, there's a lot of adventures back there, and that's one of the hardest things about the first Avenger.
Hell.
Is we assume he's spending all that time in Europe, but in the comic books, we don't know. He could have gotten to the South Pacific. He could have, fought up through India. I don't know if there was how much World War II was in India, but I'm sure some of it was. It was a British colony, so they must have been fighting someone there.
Oh no, we're gonna have a 40s Avengers. Steve Rogers, Kamala's grandmother, T'Challa's father.
Oh, that's gonna be cool. And who knows? Maybe. Kinga could show up.
Oh yeah, any Eternal could show up. Yeah.
Yeah, because Kinga, he was there. It was his grandfather.
That's where Steve Rogers. That's where Steve Rogers is at. The Eternals have him in suspended animation.
Well, actually, right now the Eternals are kind of off on their own adventures. So
we never saw them again.
Just like they said. We'll see.
Still plenty of merch in the stores. Eternals merch. That's all I'll say.
Is there?
Yeah.
Anytime I go to Target or anything, man, there's still toys and sometimes I'll see a shirt or something.
Freaking 75% clearance rack, I'm sure.
Oh, it's not moving. Yeah, I'll go in there weeks later. The stuff's still sitting there. Yeah.
Well, anyway, I don't think they're done with the Eternals yet because they're not done with their stories. Now, maybe the Eternals aren't going to be as big, but the fact of the matter is, Star Fox is coming back.
I mean,
that's for the One Direction.
Speaking of the teenage girls,
yeah, exactly. Well, hey, they know their market, okay, and that's the thing. We haven't seen the last of Pip the Troll.
Now, if Liam could just keep his damn mouth shut, we could get a reunion.
Oh,
I don't think there's too much crossover with the One Direction in our audience, but just in case.
Ray?
But, and they're going to bring a Howard the Duck into stuff. This stuff's going to happen. They're doing a Man-Thing thing, I think, at some point.
Man-Thing? Oh, boy!
It better come out in March.
As Val said, things are about to get weird. And
Man-Thing March! Oh, boy!
So yeah, I think the weirdness in the Marvel universe is just going to increase.
Even Ray knows, and he's from Australia.
Wow!
Nobody tell Danielle.
You worship at the altar of Justin Timberlake, or you do nothing, Ray.
It's a good husband, though. That's a good husband.
Wait, Ray only cares about Cersei and Makari? Why?
Yeah, why?
I like Cersei and Makari.
I mean, why just those two? Yeah, I'm questioning why just those two.
Yeah, well,
a little shipping going on
because they're pretty. I mean,
how superficial of you, Ray. I mean, Kingo was fun. Come on.
Kingo was awesome.
I can't let my hopes get too high because I feel like Hawkeye disappointed me. So.
Oh. Why?
I like the show so far. I'm gonna stick with it. I can't wait for my final thoughts on July 14th.
And then Disney Plus gave us that and episode 4 of Obi-Wan.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, the youngling with the little helmet, and it's like, what the actual F is that? The let's put him on display in the amber. You know.
Oh my lord! But I just love how Darth Vader runs his office like a little hellfire.
Exactly. Well, force choking never hurt nobody.
The minute she walks in the door, who effed up?
Yeah. HR doesn't need to know because I am
HR. Exactly.
My HR is rated E for everyone.
But oh man, yeah, Obi-Wan was
I know.
Dark. Is that the tomb? Now there's also the theory that they're actually all still alive in there because there was one Jedi that they would keep on cold storage to lure other Jedi out in I think it's in the Rebels thing. So like every so often when they need a youngling, they just thaw out the youngling and just have him be out there and you know,
like a moth to a flame.
Yeah.
No father.
No. There was a living person that they froze. I watch New Rockstars. I know what happened.
Oh boy, I only like New Rockstars for Rick and Morty content. Everything else.
Yeah, well, they're fun. They're having fun.
Yeah, and the Dexter revival. Those are about the only two reliable.
Well, they're having fun theories, Lilith.
Hey,
some people like fun theories.
Hey, Ray liked Gilgamesh, but they killed him.
Cockatoo-headed.
And the comics, Gilgamesh totally kicked butt in the comics.
And then they forgot about him.
Like everybody, you know.
The forgotten one.
Although,
exactly.
Yeah, I liked him better when he would just wore the toga. Quite frankly,
Ew.
I'm a little disappointed he wore pants in this. Unlike Conan.
Give me some legs.
Yeah, man. Let's see what
Put
you
on
got.
Some Gucci Daddy shorts. Show that thigh meat. Yeah.
Whoa!
Sorry.
No,
that only makes sense if you're on TikTok.
Somebody get Lilith a drink. She's thirsty.
Oh, you're absolutely right.
All right. So should we talk some comics?
I mean, nothing good came out.
I guess we could.
Probably, so.
Phil's Comics Corner.
Well, good thing, although, because you know what I got as an indie this week? Well, not this week, but like 3 weeks ago, and we never talked about.
Sing it, sister.
Radiant Red.
Yes.
Oh yeah, you mentioned that.
Radiant Red. What issue is this? I don't even know. Number 3, Radiant Red. Number 3. You know, it's very interesting. We have like in the Lockport Voice local newspaper. Got this lady, sort of her own Jack McGee, says she has cracked the identity of Radiant Red. Which is interesting. As you remember, Radiant Red is this young lady here, married to this jerk here, who, like, gambled away all their life savings, which is why she had to go rob a bunch of banks. And, you know...
Oh!
They're having a hard time. And...
Make it rain!
Radiant Red, she gets hired by these supervillains to help them steal organic mercury called Mercury S or something like that. That's like super explosive, deadly. Because they figure she can just absorb
organic
it into herself.
Organic like non-GMO or organic like the chemistry?
Yeah, but anyway, so that's the plan. But she can't. She's like, I don't think I can really do that. There's a whole thing where she has a fight with this guy as part of her training because that's the last time she did when she got mad because she has to connect with her super robot person. Because, all of the Radiants have a super robot person inside of them.
As you do.
That sort of guides them.
So the moral of all the Radiant stories is that deep down inside of all of us, there's a little horny Doombot aching to get out. I like it. I like that message.
Exhibit A, Lilith Hellfire.
I mean, yeah. And, so she meets with Radiant Black, and this is the ne'er-do-well one. But then she connects with her robot, and the robot's like, yeah, we just haven't connected yet, because you haven't committed to being a Radiant yet. But now that you've committed, now we can start our conversation. So that's that, and then at the very end, she gets confronted by, what's her name here? Alicia Castle. Goes to Miss Sohn and says, what do you know about Radiant Red? Bum, bum, bum. So yeah. So that's our cliffhanger for Radiant Red number 3. I enjoyed it. I like the human dynamics in the Radiant universe. I like the fact that Sohn and Miss Sohn and her husband, Owen, have a lot of problems. He is a bad husband, but she is like, no, we're going to make it freaking work if it kills us. And I really liked it. So, yeah, the Radiant series continues to deliver. Even though it took me 3 weeks to get to it.
Lilith.
There's not really any books I want to talk about. I'm going to be honest with you.
Okay.
But we could talk about Aquaman Andromeda number 1.
Oh, did you read it?
Yeah.
Black Label?
I decided to.
Yeah. I mean, it wasn't bad considering Aquaman wasn't in a lot of...
How is Ram getting all this work? That's what I want to know.
Hey-oh.
No shade to Ram, but I don't feel like Aquaman's in their wheelhouse. It just doesn't...
It was almost like a science fiction horror thing, It's
if we're going back to the roots of like true sci-fi of Aquaman, where he wasn't even, Atlantean, fine, say that.
But it's mostly about that whatever that object from space is falling in the ocean, and that that team of scientists going to investigate. And it's like, oh hey, Aquaman.
Yeah, like I said, if you ever read the actual original Aquaman, that's what he's going for. I'm like, have you not read another Aquaman book in the last 8 years, or?
It's Black Label. It doesn't have to make sense.
Oh, truer words have never been spoken, my friend. Truer words.
It's not continuity.
And it was a $7 book.
Oh yeah. Well, as most Black Labels are, they're bigger than a regular size issue.
Some say black is luxury all by itself, but I don't agree.
They're not like graphic novels, Charlie, but just the dimensions are bigger. I mean, it's an
awkward size.
More
I'll be real
pages?
with you.
There's
more pages.
Yeah, there's more pages, but I'm not.
Because it sounds like you're just saying
they're abusing the Black Label at this point. Throw it all away.
Well, I think they should have solicited this as hey, at least it's not a Batman or Joker dark label book. Hey,
or Harley, yeah,
mm-hmm.
or random Croc origin story. Nobody asked.
His mother was an alien.
Who, Killer Croc?
I don't think the story was in continuity, but that was like the kind of the story
Mark my words.
They were kind of hinting around that maybe his Croc's mother, or somehow his mother was impregnated with alien DNA. I don't know.
Okay. Well,
oh no, crocodile overlords. Florida is part of the. Let me get a rat on your alligator.
He just had a skin condition,
I know. That's the thing. He was basically just a mutant for the longest time. It's just he started.
A meta, Phil. A meta.
Well, no. Originally, he was like Tombstone, where there was like nothing special about Tombstone. He was just a real BA who was also an albino. There was Tombstone was originally just like so many characters in Spider-Man, just a street level thug who didn't blink about just unloading into you, and that was Killer Croc originally. He was a guy with the crocodile boy disease. But he was also big and strong and really didn't think twice about eating you. So.
Sounds like a crocodile to me.
I mean, it depends on which universe you're in, but yeah.
Let me get a ride on your alligator back. Best behavior, Phil, but he's making it very, very difficult.
Tell us about Batman, Papa.
Oh, yes.
Oh.
I would get a do not read for this one. It is not worth your $7. I'm just going to be real.
Especially if you're looking for Aquaman. It was like he showed up in like 2 or 3 pages, like kind of in the towards the beginning there, and then like at the and then at the end he shows up for, I swear, for 2 or 3 pages. Most of this issue was those scientists, you know. As I said, you know, it's not that bad. Is this what Aquaman 2 is going to be? Because we're cutting out characters, you know, no Mira.
Look, I'm telling you, they're going to pull a Jersey girl. They're going to make Amber Heard's Mira pregnant with a kid. She's going to die in childbirth, and we're never going to see her for the rest of the film. If you know, you know.
Amber Heard.
Jersey did so bad at the box office, they literally had to recut Jersey Girl to cut all the Jennifer Lopez stuff out.
Oh.
It's a true story. You can look it up.
Amber Heard, you say?
Amber Turd? What? That is her official name now. I'm sorry.
That's what the internet tells you.
Anywho,
I don't
tell
believe
me a story,
anything.
Philly.
Look at the evidence. That was too much for the teacup Yorkie. Come on.
Obviously, you've never had a teacup Yorkie.
Anyway. I don't even think that's a thing, but okay.
A teacup Yorkie?
Phil, you're going to do a different book, or are you just going to count the Black Label book as yours?
No. I also read it.
No.
I also read it, so I gave my thoughts. Sorry.
No, that's perfectly fine. I like that. I like when we all can contribute to a conversation.
Oh, well, sorry. Lilith, did you read Spawn 330?
Of course I did.
There we go.
It's picking up steam a little bit. I thought this...
You should get into Spawn, Charlie. I think you could find something charming about Spawn.
Oh, I think you'd like Gunslinger. I mean, Gunslinger's the best one.
Well, yeah, Gunslinger is the best of the Spawn books right now. I don't know. Yeah, I told you we're just a long, slow march to 350, Phil.
I know.
I'm just calling it right now.
I mean, maybe they just fooled me, but I thought it seemed like we got like some more action in this story, and it like was moving along a little bit.
It's moving along, but it's a march to 350. We're spinning our wheels.
Well, and again, too, now we...
It's worse ways to spin your wheels, don't get me wrong.
Well, since 300, we've gone from, having to tell a story through 1 monthly book through 4 monthly books. The
old Spider-Man and Superman problem. And Batman problem.
Let's not forget I was gonna say, don't forget the king of week, every book every week.
Batman, my favorite character.
Somehow.
Mm-hmm.
But no, and they're not they're very loosely connected though. That's something that you don't actually have to read all the other books if you don't want to.
Yeah.
Like I said, Gunslinger is definitely my main Spawn book. I'm not upset if I forget to read the Spawn book.
And I think maybe because, most of the other, well, not Scorch so much, but I mean, there's a ton of characters there, but it's like, I think Gunslinger is probably the easiest just to jump on, if you haven't been reading Spawn, probably, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I said, we're on the march to 350. I think we're going to pick up around another 5 issues, probably.
Mm-hmm.
Where we really get to see the big picture of what we're marching towards. Right now, we're just really spinning our wheels, just having fun. They fight for 15 pages. Not a lot of dialogue. Here's a little nibble of the conspiracy.
Have you met Todd McFarlane?
Exactly.
Have you read his work?
It's classic. Classic McFarlane. There's classic Bendis and there's classic McFarlane. Take your pick.
Opposite ends of the spectrum.
I know. Dialogue or fighting. What do you want?
I don't know, man. Sometimes McFarlane can get wordy.
Every now and then.
But none of them can touch the kid.
Another way for somebody to punch a skull into space or something.
But none of them can touch the wordiness of a Chris Claremont.
I was so excited for the Gambit, and now I'm just like thinking, oh my god, it's a prequel story. Oh my god.
I can't see the art. The word bubbles are so big. Oh man, he's going to go nuts on that, seeing as how it's set, in the middle of his old X-Men.
Yeah, it's a prequel. That's what I'm saying. He's going to lose his mind. Anyway, Charlie, what's your next book, bud?
I'm sorry?
You got another book?
Yeah, I've got 2 other books, but since everyone was talking about Aquaman, I wanted to talk about my similar, and actually sounds insanely similar, book, which is Monkey Prince.
Oh.
Number 5.
Oh, you're the person keeping that book alive. Good for you, buddy.
Yeah, well,
I believe Ray Ray likes it. I think Ray Ray likes it, too.
So apparently, after the last one, I'm not quite sure how it ended, but I think I missed an issue. Marcus's super scientist mom and dad, who work for supervillains, because who else is going to pay you? It's not like they can get a nice cushy job at LexCorp. They do criminal background checks there, and they've never been caught, so they always show up negative on a criminal background. It's very frustrating. But they go to Amnesty Bay, where Marcus starts at a new school, meets this little goth girl who says, "You look like you like bananas." They meet later in the day, and she says, "Yeah, you look like a tasty monkey." And then all of a sudden, she does the clown mouth big thing, with the big sharp teeth. And then she's chasing him, and then fortunately, Shufu Pigsy shows up to give him some time. Oh, meanwhile, of course, that's Black.
Too spicy.
How does it end, Papa?
Spicy for the censors.
How does the racist film story end, Papa? Oh no, we turned our cameras off. We knocked Charlie Hesser. No, it's probably Tristan. But Dad, I was just downloading this. I just needed one more update.
I just needed one more megabyte, bro. I didn't know.
It's either this or get a job.
Yeah, true story, bro. I had to get my first part-time job so that I could pay for my own Wi-Fi because I got tired of people by gaming and stuff.
I was gonna say I was before my time, unless I was paying for my own phone line or whatever. But yeah, the Jersey Devil got him.
I'll trade the Jersey Devil for these armadillos. Tell you what. Found out we had damn black bears down here too.
Black bears? Oh yeah. There's been, I think there's been
freaking cougars and whatnot. I'm like, damn, this is too much wildlife. I can deal with the alligators and the armadillos, but bears? No. I gotta get out of here.
Your dog say, we live with a cougar.
I am a puma. I am not old enough to be a cougar. Thank you, Phil.
Puma, Jerry. Puma.
Exactly. Spider-Man, watch your back!
Yeah, the wildlife's going nuts. I mean, there's been bear sightings up here. Hell, the deer are everywhere.
They're not afraid of people. These birds... I mean, these government surveillance drones are not afraid of people, and I don't appreciate it. They're not. They don't move.
Oh, deer.
It's illegal to hit them, so it's like...
Yeah, I know. You see the deer up here. Jeez.
Oh, I do not miss deer, bro.
Be like,
got those down here, but just not where I'm at.
Just stay in the middle of the road. You ever want to get through? Okay.
It could be worse. We could live in Canada and be near meese. A bunch of mooses.
That's true. Or Alaska,
Those things are huge, and they will wreck your stuff.
Oh, yeah. Or Alaska. But no, I was going to say, no, we could we could be Ray Ray's neighbor and have spiders the size of your head.
And he's back.
Maybe. There he is.
Meanwhile. So anyway, her parents are henching for Black Manta now. And Black Manta, of course, also found...
Amnesty Bay.
Black Manta, yeah. They got hired to just retrofit his sub with a sonic weapon. What, Tristan? No, let it be.
In the words of
that's just let it cool down a bit.
Let it be.
Okay, anyway. So, Black Manta had also recently an ancient artifact that, in the ocean that has a demon in it. So he says, let's break this demon out of here to give me unlimited power.
Black Manta's a black man in that book, so I don't think that's right. I don't... That's false characterization. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. Sorry. He's gonna throw that back in the ocean where it belongs.
Well, their whole thing, I guess here's what I'll say is it's got a demon in it, so you assume it's making everyone demon crazy because the demons just want to get out. And this time they say, look, we'll take the demon energy out, but we're gonna pick what we put it into, and they point at the little crustacean there because they put it into something non-human, so that if it does try to eat us,
we can eat it.
Maybe it won't be so bad. I don't know. Yeah, I guess so. But you see, this is where it gets ironic because, also Monkey King can't swim, so it's very frustrating for him. Every time he falls into the water. But here's the thing. our little like goth clown girl with the sharp teeth. Turns out at the end, she is the half-breed daughter of the Trench. And this is the legends are true.
That's kind of weird
that whole idea.
They're crossing into that territory. That's weird.
Well, we don't have an regular Aquaman book right now, LaFell.
Yeah, well, you know.
We were supposed to have an ongoing Manta book, but that didn't go anywhere.
Yeah, but it's very cool, and it's just also one of these interesting things where the Trench has this legend of rising above, and at the same time they're putting the demon into a little crustacean crab. It's like, oh, that hermit crab, that's the legend, and it's how it's all connected, Phil and Lilith.
Oh, baby,
I enjoy
easy.
Monkey King. It's a lot of fun.
Nothing matters.
No, I meant in this book. In this book, the story is connected. The story actually connects within itself. So that's
okay.
Unless it's on unless it's on that Dark Crisis checklist in the back of that book, you know, count, buddy.
I'm surprised they didn't try, bro.
Yeah.
To be honest,
I don't read those.
I'm going to save the rest of my books because I have many shows to do. Lilith, do you have any other books you want to throw out, or?
We'll talk Nubia and all that over on Justice League Unlimited. Be sure to get some. So yeah.
All right. So good. All right. So
I do want to, just because it's. I mean, well, you tell me. Can I talk about this on Avengers or no? It's.
What, Star Wars? You can do that here. No, go ahead. Go ahead. No, go ahead. Throw it in now. Go ahead. Go ahead. Throw it in.
Which one is that?
Okay. This is just the main Star Wars book. It's issue 24. This is after the jerk lady who flew the Tarkins will basically burnt up an entire rebel base with her retro rockets, killing everyone on her ship. She's a very bad leader, but anyway, so she encourages Leia to come chase her through the tunnels because she wants to scare her and kill her and all this kind of stuff. And but then she winds up getting caught by the giant spider monster, as you do. And she's like, "Help me, Leia! Cut me out of here, please!" And Leia's like, "You think I'm afraid to kill? I have killed so many people because I had to, not because I get joy out of it. And, quite frankly, I'm not going to kill you, but I'll leave you here to die." And that's what she does. Now, we don't know if she dies, but there's a spider monster about to eat her, and she doesn't have her laser sword because Leia is out cold. So that was that. It's a great book. If you're not reading this main Star Wars line, I would highly recommend it. It's actually a really fun book set in between Empire and Return. So definitely enjoy it and read it. Okay.
All right. So
and there we go. That's all my books.
All right, kids. So
for now.
Dun, dun, dun. All right, kids. So yeah, send your thoughts on Miss Marvel, any of the TV shows, the comics, and what's your prediction on the next Ezra Miller situation? Email us, CapesandLunatics@gmail.com, or call the voicemail 614-382-2737. That's 614-38-CAPES. And remember, you can follow Capes and Lunatics on Facebook, on Twitter, on Instagram. Find links to all the various shows we do, all the Facebooks, the YouTubes, all kinds of Marvel and DC content, and some weird third best Southgate show. So yes, find links to all that. Links to the YouTube channel. Again, every time we do any kind of episode, it gets a video. So smash that subscribe button so you don't miss any of it.
Smash it.
And make sure you subscribe. Lil likes those subscriber numbers. And more importantly, subscribe to the Patreon. Once again, right here on our own, paying for this out of our own pockets. So every little bit helps. The $3 to $5 gets you the exclusive content, early access to creator interviews, Mr. DG Chichester every month.
I got the good mic out for you guys.
And superhero movie brackets. We will find the worst superhero movie of all time.
Even if it kills Phil.
And it will. And again, June's episode will be very close to the hearts of these two. Superman 3 versus Superman 4.
A hill that I will die on forever and for always.
He's going to throw that Gus Gorman right at you. Anyway, yeah, so...
Can't wait.
And if that's not enough, pick yourself up some sparkly, pretty Capes and Lunatics and Capes and Lunatics sidekicks merch.
Save a life. Choice is yours.
Just like Little Hellfire. Ooh. Aluminium keeps your drink cold all night long when you pass out. All right, kids. So find everything all in one place. That's Linktree, linktr.ee/Capes and Lunatics. Little Hellfire. Where can people find you giving a life or taking a life?
First of all, satire and parody. If you like satire and parody, please follow me on Twitter at Lil Hellfire, on Instagram at Lil Hellfire69.
Watch you up,
and of course, the ultimate place to troll people, TikTok at Lil Hellfire69. Either do the 6 or do the 9. Oh, you don't want to know the things I've done. Let me get a ride on your alligator back, bro. Somebody's muffin's getting buttered. That ain't my business.
Charlie Esser. Charlie?
Well, you can always write to me at that old-fashioned email way the way our mothers and fathers once did it. You can't hear me? Oh!
No, I can. I can. No, I said it twice. I don't know if you heard me the first time. Okay, no. Good.
Okay, so anyway, yeah, so superconnectivityblog at gmail.com. That's superconnectivityblog, all one word, at gmail.com. Of course, follow me on the Twitter as I live tweet things when I feel like it, at Charlie Esser. That's CharlieEsser. With 2 E's in the middle.
For quality. Bing!
Thank you, Maz.
Chandler, bing!
Thank you, Maz. And thank you, Tristan. Anywho's.
That's right, kids. I give you one piece of advice. Be a Maz Manzor or a Tristan Esser. Alright, so, thank you for joining us.
They are the best of us.
Come back next time, same Capes channel. But until then, we have been your Capes.
Ampersand.
Lunatics.
Thank you.
Yes. I'm going to go reset the Wi-Fi.
And Big and get back here next time. Good night.
Hi, I'm one of the High Priests of Khonshu Ray, and I have the sacred privilege of providing you, the loony listener, with a podcast honouring Marvel's very own Moon Knight. So join me and a host of others at Into the Night, a Moon Knight podcast. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, or support the show by becoming a Patreon member. Into the Night, a Moon Knight podcast. It's time to get your Khonshu on.